Hi everybody, Broken Ebeez here, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. This is episode 3. Let me just bring you up to speed. So I've created the profile, done a couple of jobs, took a loan of $100,000, bought our STS Peterbilt 389, and that is the current state of the game. If we go to the bank, you can see we owe $100,000. There you go, at 18%. Wow. So the first goal is by doing freight market jobs to pay that off. I'm not using any cheats or any hacks. We'll just play it as is. We've got everything turned on, full immersion, and we've got sleeping turned on, we've got fines turned on. This is an older version of the game purely because I'm sick and tired of updating the game and finding things becoming incompatible and all the rest of it. We have also got a mega combo map, which basically is Canada, the United States, the whole of Mexico and Indonesia, which is the ATMX map. So we have a massive area to drive. We're currently at 0.29% map coverage, or map discovery. So the idea is to relax, enjoy, have fun. We've only got one garage. We don't need to buy a whole ton of garages, blah, 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 blah. For the simple reason, we're just going to be mainly focusing on enjoying the driving. Now, I do have quite a few other smaller map mods installed along with the main ones, so that my American truck will probably look and feel totally different to yours, and that's one of the strengths of the game. Although we all own American truck, you can make your copy individually yours for your pleasure, which is fantastic. Okay, so I've just dropped a job off, so let's go and find a new job. And we're currently here. I've no idea where here is, but we are going to need to sleep fairly soon. So where are we? Looks like we're in Austin. We could be in Fallon. But we're between Austin and Fallon. We do need to sleep. So I'm going to go here, fuel up and sleep, and then come back and see what loads we've got. Now, we are driving the SCS Peterbilt 389 with Creech Bum's amazing engine sounds. Oh, wrong one. So that's fantastic. We've also got Goggles 56 8-ball trucking skin on the truck. The other goal obviously is to buy all the SCS trailers, but back in 137 we don't have anywhere near as many trailers or trailer types as you do in 153, which is fine, which makes life a little easier for me, just saying. We also desperately need a new steering wheel and a 6x4 chassis upgrade. We're currently on 6x2, and having this Cummins engine in, it's far too powerful for the 6x2 chassis to handle. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I will try and over this series improve my truck driving skills virtually, of course. Thank you, that's very kind. So we'll see how we go throughout the rest of 2025, and hopefully you lot will all stick around for our progress. Now, as I say, I do want to use the same truck, so we'll see just how much mileage we can cram onto this baby. We're currently at a truck stop. Okay, so that's full. Beautiful. I've now got to figure out whereabouts. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's not, I don't know. We've currently got about 25 grand in the bank, which, yes it is here, lovely, which will be used for fuel and for repaying our 100 grand loan. Okay, put the brake on, switch the engine off. Good night, sweet prince, let's get some rest. And we've woken up and, you know, it's bidding it down with the rain. Okay, let's start up. We will probably never ever go back to the garage we own, because we need to do map discovery, so we're literally just going to go from job to job, place to place, doing whatever it throws up at us. The only time, of course, we will go back to the garage is when we buy, oh my lord, our own trailers, which we will do in the future. Both matching 8-ball trailers from Goggles and Linux trailers from the mighty Gnabbist. So as I say, hopefully you'll all love and enjoy the series. Hopefully my virtual driving will get much better. There will be a portion of these videos that have no commentary on. Whilst a lot of you do prefer the videos to have commentary on, the downside is you do have to listen to these horrible key clicks off my Razer keyboard. So obviously when I'm not commentating on the videos, you won't have to suffer the constant key clicking. I'm not sure how we'll resolve that other than by a cheap non-clicky keyboard. But anyway, we'll worry about that in the future. Okay, let's go to the freight market and let's see exactly what jobs we've got out of here. We're currently classed as being in Fallon, so we've got Fallon down to Stockton in California. We've got Fallon to Red Bluff in California. Not heard of that one before. We've got Fallon over into Nevada to Truckee. Okay, so that one's 3 hours and 33, that one's 7 hours, and that one's 4 hours 39. So I'm going to take the one for now to Truckee, and let's go and pick it up.
Please proceed to highlighted route
and load it up. Obviously as we're on site we'll get the 4-ways on because we don't have any beacons. Again, over the course of the game I do intend to upgrade the 389 that we're currently using. So it is going to go to a sleeper. But we will stay with the same truck for the whole series, and at Christmas we'll have a review and look back over the shenanigans that we got up to throughout 2025 in our beautiful Peterbilt 389 from SCS. Now I've decided to stay with the SCS because you know, we could have used a free mod truck, a paid mod truck, but again I wanted to try and create something that everybody and anybody could recreate should they wish to do so without having any paywall barriers, and I think that's very important. You know, I mean, I watch a lot of other YouTubers and Twitch streamers all playing Euro Truck and American Truck, and they're always driving a Ruder this or a, you know, Pinger that, or, you know, whatever, Kia Shadow Walker, you know, and you're just introducing barriers to other people's enjoyment who just want to play, if you like their favourite content creators. So I do wish the content creators would focus a lot more on the SCS content and perhaps, you know, customizing and enjoying the pants out of the SCS trucks rather than you know, and also the trailers as well. But look, I mean, look, this is just my 10 penneth worth, and it means absolutely nothing. Of course, people are free to use whatever they want to use, but I just think if you're a content creator, you have a duty of care to the ordinary, if you like, player.
In 200 yards.
So if they want to jump into the game and recreate what you're playing because they like it so much, then that shouldn't be behind a paywall of any way, shape or form in order for them to recreate it and play it. My profile that I've created is 100% free. I would say it's probably 70% SCS content and 30% free modded content. Might be nearer 60-40 actually, if you take into account all the map mods. But again, all the map mods are 100% free. So the only thing it will cost you to recreate this sort of profile is a little bit of time and effort. Now, I have linked Wombat's YouTube, and this full profile in terms of map building is available on his YouTube, along with all the shortcut links to all the map mods. So if any of you have any issues, any questions, need any help, again, just post underneath these videos and I will be only too happy to help in any way, shape or form that I possibly can. Now, having gone through it all myself, I like to think I'm pretty well versed, not by any means an expert, but pretty well versed on both American Truck and Euro Truck Simulator 2, playing, content creating, running and enjoying on Linux as opposed to on Microshaft Windows. So again, if you're running on the Linux and you've got questions or you need some help or guidance, or you know there's a mod that you just can't find that you desperately need to complete your build, well, again, post underneath the video and I'll do my absolute best to help you out. Now obviously you have to bear in mind I don't live on the YouTube 24/7. I do have that little nasty thing called real life, so you know I do have to go to work, I do have a family, I do have a turbulent year ahead. So you know, if you do post something underneath a video, well, don't worry, it will be responded to. It just might not be responded to instantly, so do give me a little bit of time to respond. If I don't respond in a timely manner to your satisfaction, then do feel free to give me a poke and a prod underneath said video. So we're on our way to Truckee, which is 3 hours and 13 minutes from Fallon. We're just coming through Fallon now. We've slept, we're fueled. It's not really worth that much dollar, the actual trip, but all these small trips certainly add up. I don't know throughout the course of this series if we're going to come up against any game breaking issues because of the map mods that we're using. I sincerely hope that we don't, but who knows. Until you've driven every millimetre of every road, it's impossible to know if there are any game breaking nasties. Really contained within. Really, AI, gotta love it. Or not, as the case may be. Really, dude, really, that's a nice sleepy you've got there, just saying. Pashima Trucking, yeah, I'm guessing that that's come from the Mexico map mod expansion. We have got a mod installed to stop all the silly buses from ATMX map mod, but the sheer challenge, joy and pleasure that mod offers, it's certainly worth putting up with it, for sure. And again, really, what we got here? Is that international? That looks like... Oh, no need to go in. We've discovered the international dealer. I am going to save that away. And that's a nice addition to the profile. Beautiful. I'll try and, you know, literally discover as much as I possibly can on the map, and then we will get to the stage where we have a kind of map cleanup session whereby I just drive off and discover as much of the undiscovered roads as possible. This is one of those PC games which is just timeless and never gets old, never gets boring. As I say, I've settled on the two franchises, Trucking and Star Wars, because I just do not have enough real life hours to be playing all the titles that I would love to play, and rather than doing one video on each title per month, I'd rather focus and really enjoy myself on the titles that I've chosen, and hopefully let that pleasure and passion come through in the commentary and the narration, which hopefully you guys and girls will all latch onto and thoroughly suck up and enjoy. Now again, if you've got any questions about this profile that I've built and made, it is all running on Linux Mint 22.1 Cinnamon. It is using a Ryzen 5 1600AF, which is an AM4 processor, 6 core 12 thread, and it's using an AMD Radeon RX 580 8GB graphics card, which is circa 2017-2018, so quite old. I guess if I was going to go for a more up-to-date graphics card, it would probably be the RX 5800 XT, because I think that's the newer equivalent of the RX 580. But anyway, very, very happy, and unless we have a hardware break on us, well, we've no need to upgrade the rig. As I say, Linux Mint 22 should certainly do us for the foreseeable future, being based off of Ubuntu 24.04. It's a long way down the line before we need to worry about upgrading to the next version of Linux Mint. So yeah, and there we go. Train looks fantastic, by the way. I think we're okay to hop in here. Yeah, we are. So we've got 2.5 hours in-game time left to destination at Truckee. And we've got a whole lot of driving and discovering and enjoyment to have in the game for sure. And I do sincerely hope you'll join me for these episodes. Now, I do watch quite a bit of Goggles 56 on the Trucking, which is Dan McNally, I think it is. He's a guy from the US. And I like Dan very much. I love his content. I think it's great. It's nice and easy. My only criticism, if I had to have a criticism of him, is, as I say, I think that personally he does far too much paid mod content and not enough SCS content. But look, that's just my 10 penneth worth. That's just my opinion. Dan would probably heartily disagree and say he gets his pleasure out of the paid mods, and that's absolutely fine. But as I say, I try and always come from the point of the little guy. I know there's plenty of big guys out there, and I get it. You know, if you've got a £5 rig with all the latest and greatest on, and you're running Windows, well, knock yourself out, fill your boots. I'm a little guy with older AM4 specs rather, and I'm absolutely grateful and loving what I've got. Now, as I say, my ATS will probably look completely different to your ATS, no matter what version of the game on. But then again, remember that I have heavily customised it. Now, I do leave underneath every video my game settings for your reference. These are settings that I use on both American Truck and Euro Truck, and this is what it looks like. Personally, I think it's absolutely stunning. Again, you might have a different take on it, that's absolutely fine. But again, to be able to not only play my American Truck, I don't know what that was, oh, probably bank loan, but also record content for YouTube on this class of PC, I think it's just amazing. I absolutely love it. I find the game very relaxing, very enjoyable, and I absolutely love making YouTube content on it for you guys and girls. And the whole point of this series is A, to chart my progress, and B, hopefully to encourage you guys and girls that there is a life after Microsoft Windows for sure, 100%, and hopefully encourage you guys and girls to make your own versions of the game that we've all got, because there's nothing more satisfying than creating your own personal version of the game, which I happen to think is fantastic. Now, as I say, SCS provides you with all the tools to do the job with. So literally all you've got to do is take advantage. Both American Truck and Euro Truck have some amazing independent modding people out there who are very, very talented, very capable. And although ATS is classed as the payware version of the game, compared to Euro Truck Simulator 2, which is the freeware version of the game, because most of the mods for Euro Truck are free, whereas most of the best mods available for American Truck are payware. You know, if like me you're the little guy, well, you can still really build a fantastic unique individual copy of American Truck Simulator without getting the credit card or the wallet out. How cool is that? Especially if you're a younger fan who perhaps doesn't have access to unlimited funds, etc. Well, you know, I'm here to show you that you don't necessarily have to spend a fortune, oh, I'm in trouble, on the game to get some utter pleasure out of it. Nearly had a crash there, and that's the last thing we didn't want to do, because we've literally got every possible feature turned on. Sorry, just bear with me a second while I take a sip of coffee, because my mouth is drier than a used odour eater, just saying. Oh man, that is so good. I love coffee, addicted to coffee, and I know it's not good for you, but hey, we've all got our vices. Okay, so let's crack on to Truckee. Let's enjoy the drive, the scenery, the sounds, And also let's try not to bash the truck up.
Keep left.
It would also be nice not to have any entanglements with law enforcement, just saying. And hopefully we can work around the whole sleep limitation. We can of course still take agency jobs in downtime, so we don't have to perma drive the 389 if we fancy driving something different. Well, rather than buying another truck and just watering the whole thing down, well, we can, you know, use agency trucks for specific jobs. So we've got the whole world available to us.
Keep left.
The other beauty of doing this, of course, is your mods are never ever going to go out of date, which is amazing. Really big boy. See me indicating and coming over. Chab. I do love these map mods for, you know, the uphill down dale. I think they do an amazing job of it. 1 minute you can be doing 55, the next minute you're down to 30. But we do need to desperately upgrade our steering wheel. We also need to desperately upgrade our chassis from 6x2 to 6x4. So we've put in a bit more rubber down on the tarmac, especially on the heavier loads. I mean, the first two jobs, to be fair, that we took, they were both way too heavy for the 400 brake Cummins engine we've got installed, and the 10-speed crappy gearbox for sure, without retarder. If any of you are wondering why the game just looks so good and looks so different to your copy, as I say, it's due to the map mods that I'm using. As well as the major map mods, we've also got a splattering of the map mods which rebuild and redraw certain areas of the game. So that is the reason why, if you sat there scratching your head thinking, well, mine don't look anything like this. Well, that's why. It's nothing you have or haven't done. It's because of the map mods that I'm using. We don't need the headlights on now, do we? Not at 1 PM in the afternoon. We don't. And we're starting to pick up speed. Absolutely gorgeous. And this game 100% excels at making you have the impression that you are driving in North or South America, in that the vastness of the map and the expanse and the open spaces just blows me away. It really does. It's fantastic. I do genuinely believe that American Truck Simulator is a much better game than Euro Truck Simulator 2, only because I'm an Englishman that lives in the UK, and I happen to think that both American trucks are better than Euro trucks every day of the week. European trucks are so boring and so devoid of character. Plus, who the hell doesn't want to drive America? I'm just saying. And it is the newer of the new games. 2016 this was released, as opposed to 2012, I believe, for Euro Truck. So it's a much newer game out of the two. It does have a tiny following compared to Euro Truck. Yeah, that I get. But then again, I'm not doing this for views. I'll put content up on the YouTube for you guys and girls to get some pleasure out of, and whether the videos get 1 view or 1 million views really doesn't matter, because my YouTube is not monetized. The content is all 100% free. There's no Patreon, there's no super chats, there's no donations. So again, a little bit like a Linux operating system, it's 100% free. So the content that I put up, hopefully you'll all get the maximum amount of enjoyment out of. I know I certainly get such pleasure out of American Truck, even though, you know, I'm terrible as a semi-truck driver in America, because as I say, from England I have no actual grasp or clue of the traffic laws in the US or Mexico or Canada for that matter. But nevertheless, the interest and fascination levels for me personally on this game are absolutely through the roof, and I can't really moan because that's the first time in this profile that we've been pulled over for a weight check, so I really can't have too many complaints, just saying.
Turn right. Recalculating route.
I think I should have gone to the one on the right myself. Let's see if it matters. No, I don't think it matters, does it? We've got doubles on the back. There we go. And we're packing what? 35,100 pound of gravel. Which our little Peterbilt should be more than capable of handling. Now, as I say, compared to the latest version of this game, we just do not have the selection of trailers or cargoes, but we can do something about that ourselves in the future, should we decide to. I don't personally think it's a big issue. I think the SCS trailers that we have, along with Dan's skins and Gnabbist skins, are more than compensation for the lack of type and variety. So anyway, we shall see. The wheels on both the trucks and the trailers, please don't ask me what they are or where to get them. They are the only and best kept secret on the channel. There's plenty of free wheel mods out there, Smarties wheel packs, etc. But you won't find the wheels I'm using readily available on the internet, and I do love them. So for now I'm going to keep them tight to my chest. I may reveal the source in the future if enough people post and request. But for now,
Keep right, then immediately exit.
We'll keep
right.
it close to Ebeez's heart.
Exit right.
And we should be here or fast approaching Truckee, I'm guessing. This looks absolutely freaking stunning. It really does, for the class of PC that I'm running it on. To think that I'm not only playing it 100% Windows free, I'm also recording a goddamn 720p video, and it just continues to blow me away.
Keep right.
Now we have got
right.
Canada Dream, Coast to Coast, 3 Mexican maps and the ATMX map.
Turn
So
right.
tons of pleasurable, enjoyable content to come on the channel. There isn't a release schedule for these videos, they'll be just released and put up as of when. So it's up to you guys and girls to watch your notifications if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, well, then you need to check back on a regular basis for new content. Because if you're not subscribed, you won't be notified of new content. While we're at Truckee, I see that there's a question mark there. The question is it a truck dealer? That looks like a chop shop over there. It is a truck dealer, and we should really go and discover it, but as I say, we'll catch up with discovery later in the series as we start to fill in
200 yards.
some of the roads and areas that we've missed. Don't you
Turn
would drive
right.
into me, you son bitch. Oh my lord, and we're
In
nearly
200
at our
yards.
destination.
Turn right. Turn right.
I'm assuming it's just here. Plaster and Sons. I'm assuming they're the guys that want the gravel. Now again, a lot of these delivery points I won't have ever been to before. So do bear with me. So I'm going to go for, where should I place it? Yes please. Pretty much straight in front of us. But it's not giving us a lot of room, a lot of options for manoeuvre here. The one thing that I cannot do is back up doubles or trebles. So we either get it right first time or we skip it. It's that simple. Fortunately for me, the game's going to be kind and give it us. So let's accept that. Okay, we're rushing headlong into level 3. And I'm going to save that away. And then I'm going to check the bank to see if that noise was a payment. It was indeed a payment. We could let this loan run for the duration, but then we're going to pay full amount of interest. We're currently sitting at 28 grand. Now, we do need to go and upgrade the steering wheel. I'm guessing we're going to be way too low a level to get a 6x4 chassis available to us. But well, if you can go round, I'm going to see if you can go round, because if you can go round, look, you see that wheel spins all the while with this Cummins engine. So we either need to change the engine, which I really don't want to do, because I love Creechbum's Cummins sounds. No, we can't get that way. I was hoping we could get through there. Clearly not. I wonder if I can be a chab here. I may well come up against an obstacle or invisible, but nevertheless I'm going to try and be an absolute chabalonzo here. And why not? As long as we don't wreck a truck or cost ourselves money. Why not? Let's be a bit wacky. Now, as I say, we might run into invisible walls or things to stop us, but nevertheless we will do our best to have some fun. I can't see anything sticking across there, so I think we can go straight through here, and we can indeed go down to the chop shop, and I'll end the video there, and in the next video we'll see if we can add a new steering wheel to the rig, and also we'll see if we've got any options to upgrade the transmission as well. I know I shouldn't do this, a bit naughty, but anyway, I think we'll get away with it. And there we go, here's a said chop shop called the Truck Works, and then we can go back to Plaster and Sons to pick our next delivery. And there we go, put our handbrake on. So there you go, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. The video's up if you loved it, down if you hated it. I will see you for another wicked Broken Ebeez video.